Bluestein, co-founder of Curva Coaching. I'm with Jason Lancaster. Jason's the Vice President of Asia Pacific, Curva Asia Pacific, and he was also a former player, an international player in futsal. So it's another example of an ex-player coming into Curva. Jason, how many countries in Asia Pacific are we in?
Yeah, it's nine countries and 22 licensees across all those countries.
Okay, and well, obviously you're from Australia, but let's talk a little bit about the Australian program, because I've been there several times with you, and you're doing such a great job. But I think a unique experience in Australia was when we worked with the Federation. Why do you think it was unique, and how do you think it helped your business?
Well, I think in most countries, we'd like to work with federations if possible, because obviously it's the governing body of that respective country. And I think in Australia, what it did, it made us more, accepted across the broader community of football.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks to you, the course you ran, I think 3 years working with the federation was fantastic. The concept was the technical coaches, the best coaches working with the best kids.
Yeah.
And it's been a fantastic program, yeah, and it's certainly helped our businesses. And from that, in fact, we've increased our licensees, and I think it's been much more accepted, the Curva program, as a broader football program across Australia.
I've heard that before from different Curva countries, where one of the reasons why we do well is that we're very football credible. Like, for example, in Australia, we had about 15 ex-pros, right, including several international players who play for Australia.
That's exactly right, and high-level players and well-respected players across the country. But even our licensees now, we've got 2 former Socceroos in Steve Maxwell and Steve Corica. Yeah. It just gives us that extra bit of credibility, I think.
Yes, and I think that credibility is important, because we're saying we're the world's #1, but obviously it's easy to say. Yeah. I think it's fantastic when you're able to actually work with top pros and top clubs, and then people, especially customers, our clients, yeah, would see, oh, we're credible people.
Absolutely, and I think working with the technical director of Football Federation Australia, Hamburger, he's been extremely supportive of our program, yeah, and we've built a great relationship with him, and I think it's certainly assisted us developing across being the largest grassroots program in Australia now.
Jason, I know that you just started a new program in China.
Yes. And
China, of course, has got tremendous potential. What are your plans for China?
Look, I think the plans for China and Indonesia and all of Asia, I think, and Shinji-san and I would agree that it's to make the Curva coaching as accessible to as many players and coaches and parents as possible. And I think by that very nature, we'll leave a legacy that you and Charlie have worked so hard for over the last 30 years. Next year's 30-year anniversary. Yes. It's quite remarkable. Yeah. So I think my vision for the future of Asia is certainly to expand, but also the Curva program, better than I do as a co-founder, is not just about developing the football, it's developing the player, yeah, in life skills. And I think in the developing nations in Asia, we can certainly assist in those areas and developing life skills with young foot players.
Jace, that's a great point, because I think this year actually, and I know you've long wanted this. We started as a football program 30 years ago, but I think you're absolutely right. Now we're kind of a life skills program as well. And have you found that, how have you been able to market that? Is it an easy sell to parents?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think if you look at the statistics, it's maybe 0.1% go on to be professional players, right, and play in pro leagues, yeah, around the world. So it's that 99% that aren't. Yeah. So what else can we do for them apart from improving their game? We can we can improve communication skills. We can improve confidence. Yeah. And not just in football, but in their school life and with their, yeah, family and friends.
And you run Performance Academy in Australia. Have you found, do parents come and say, oh, my kids are doing better at school, or they're better behaved? Or?
Absolutely. I think that it's improved family life for children, between their brothers and sisters, their friends, they've improved, yeah, schoolwork. I think it adds a little bit of discipline to their life. Right. So there's a lot of attributes to the program that maybe you and Charlie didn't think of so many years ago that have developed by the very nature of our curriculum and content.
Yeah. Oh, I think all of you guys have improved what me and Charlie did.
I don't know about that.
Jace, you're a great member of the Curva family. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.